This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
I don't know
there
yet.
But
I got myself all made
There's
up.
nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. Well, look at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late, and like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment, and that is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing.
Okay, so y'all got to tell me, when did it become a problem to take somebody to the Cheesecake? I'm going to let y'all start.
When did it become a problem? Well, clearly, when this chick hopped on TikTok and was filming this man who was trying to take her out and really made a big deal of it, which was wild as hell. She wild. Chicks like that are ruining it for women who don't act like that. Now, I have to be honest, nobody's asked me to the Cheesecake Factory, nor have I been since like the early 2000s. But, sometimes when I look at chicks like this, I'm like, am I being picky enough? Am I being mean enough? Am I being weird and rude enough?
Yes, you are. You don't need to do that.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll stay kind.
Yeah, this is a function of Black people getting out over their skis a little bit. And a big part of this can be blamed on social media, which I know we tend to do with everything. And I don't like to sound like a broken record, but motherfuckers was looking at Salt Bay and Baby Lamb restaurants in Mykonos and all this kind of shit. And now all of a sudden, a Black people staple, which, let's be clear, it ain't never. I grew up. I didn't come up in the projects, but I grew up with Black people, and we was never too good to drive to the marina on a Sunday afternoon, sit out on the patio, and eat some avocado egg rolls. Like this chick, she's been poisoned by whatever the fuck she's been exposed to, and now she thinks that's her low bar, and it's kind of goofy.
Kind of goofy. It's super goofy.
It's very goofy.
It's insane. The Cheesecake Factory menu is
delicious,
everlasting. I mean,
they've got something for everybody. What
you want tacos, you want steak, you want chicken, you want a salad. They got it. You want breakfast, you want brunch, you want mimosas, you want lemonade. It is endless, and all of them are scrumptious. Delicious. Like this lady, I would have let her out my car right there at the Cheesecake Factory and told her, hey, you got to figure out your own way to get home. I mean, that is insane. You know what? Let me take that back. I would have immediately hopped in my car, hit the gas 1,000 miles an hour, right back to her house, dropped her there, never talked to her again.
See,
Never
you're
took
more
it.
of a gentleman than me because presumably I'm hungry when we pull up to the Cheesecake Factory. And if she starts talking that I ain't getting out the car shit, suit yourself, more for me. I'm going to get some goddamn avocado egg rolls. And we
Yeah.
ain't even started talking about that brown bread before the food comes. Like,
The brown bread
come
with the
on, man.
butter though.
I'm not
Just
doing
bring
this.
me the extra butter though.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this with her.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I'm
So
at.
to give more to the story, besides the fact that she's even more weird for filming it, because WTF is that,
Well,
but so what I read is that he did have reservations at a different place. She was late. So they missed that. So he pulled up at the next thing he knew. Number one. Number two, he was sweet. He was like, well, do you want to talk about it? I don't mind talking about it in front of these people. Like, what you trying to do? So after the fact, he did let her know that he was going to take her home. And she started to feel butthurt about it. And he was kind enough to take her home. But he was like, I'm easy to please. I don't ask for much. But all of the
Jamie,
things.
but what that comes down to is she knew she could play with him like that. Like the fact that
Well,
she said she pulled out her phone and started doing that. She's not doing that in the car with just any and every dude.
but she was a little moted after he was like, you know what? I don't ask for much, but respect is one thing, and you violated all my things, so I'm taking you home. She was like, for real? We're not gonna eat? Really? Well, I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. Like, she got real, her mode changed when he was like, I'm gonna take you home now. Don't even worry about it. I'm good.
I guess what I'm saying is that the problem started before that because
Yeah.
everything that led up to her getting in that parking lot and acting like that is really kind of on him. And you know, I don't know. She just felt way too comfortable playing with
Yeah.
him. Time.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Cause I would have told her day one, hey, look, you lucky if you get the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, is this
Like,
a first date?
yeah,
Don't start.
yeah, I don't care. I don't care if it's a first date, if it's a fifth date, if it's the 100th date. The Cheesecake Factory is a staple. All right.
It's a goddamn institution.
Yeah, yeah. And not only will we be going there, we're going there quite often.
Well, I will. I don't know what you'll be doing.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
I'm
like
gonna be at the
Cheesecake
Cheesecake
Factory.
Factory.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, well,
don't
look.
eat there or anything, but if a guy was taking me on a first date, I'm gonna let him take me. This is what I feel like people, and one of my guy friends, he tweeted this and I concur, is something that I was trying to say is like, dating is for the experience. It's about the person and just having a good time with the person. So if he chooses Cheesecake Factory and that's where he pulls up, even though I don't eat there, I'm not a fan of chains, whatever, I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna get some brown bread with the extra butter
We're getting that.
and some
We're getting
avocado
that
egg
off top.
rolls.
Yeah. Look, dating is not for the experience. All right.
Oh, it is
Well,
for
it's for
me.
one
That's
specific experience.
Yeah.
what is it for then?
Dating is for sex. All right.
Oh, hell no.
If we go into the Cheesecake Factory or eating or anything like that, there's sex coming right after that.
For some
Otherwise,
Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
otherwise we can go on a walk. Otherwise, we can
You
go
can't still be
to
this.
the beach. Otherwise, we can go get some coffee. If you really
I
want to
am
get to know
so
me, if
I
you
am
want to get to
so
know me,
grateful for the men that I date.
yeah,
Top of the line experiences. Top of the line.
yeah,
You should accept nothing less.
I
I'm not
don't.
even joking.
No,
But
I
just
don't.
understand that they're providing that top of the line experience, not just out of the kindness of their heart, Jamie. Like they no dude is going out with you just hoping that we get to. No, they want to have sex with you, and
No,
that's
but
not a
that's
bad
cool.
thing.
But to take me to Cheesecake Factory and want to have sex, and some of the places I go, at least put some so speaking of Salt Bay, a little bit of respect on it. Can I get a little bit of respect? You gonna take me? Because the
You might run a
expectation can
tab.
be what it is, but I feel like when you have a certain presence, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, you know what to do with a woman. I've never had a dude or been in a situation where he's pulling up to Cheesecake Factory. And it's not even that I have anything wrong with that. Like, you know, but I'm just saying sometimes y'all don't pull certain things with certain type of women either.
That's true.
Nah, it ain't true. Not, I mean,
True
look,
for me.
for a lot of dudes, it's true. All right, for me, it ain't true. I don't care if you are a 10 or a 3. I'm gonna move the same way every single time. Like,
KB, if you
I'm
were
not.
taking me out on a first date, what would you? Well, tell me how that would go.
Me and you would go to the park. I might take you to a park, or I might take you to I don't know, go get coffee. But we're not going nowhere expensive. We're not going nowhere nice. I don't know you. Listen. At the end of the day, you haven't done anything for me
This is
to.
supposed to be about you too.
But what I'm saying is you haven't done anything for me to spend any money on you
Oh,
like
so
that.
now I should start to earn my dinner?
Oh, absolutely. What am I? Just some type of trick nigga who's out here just spending money breaking
No,
bread?
no, you're a man who's
No.
interested in a woman.
Correct. And guess
You want
what?
But
you
you
to
know
see
what?
for
That
yourself.
energy is why
Yeah.
chicks is like, oh, well, I'ma just that makes chicks want to like use, and that's why people are going to the whole other side of the spectrum because that's not very
I
that's
think,
not
but
a
I
good
think
I think
that
first.
this
there's the
is
middle ground here,
no.
right? It requires both of us, both parties have to operate in good faith.
Mhm.
So I don't want to feel. See, I like to treat myself well. Hold up. I like to eat good. So if I'm taking you out and I don't really know you yet, we're going to eat good. Not because I need to impress you, not because you've done anything, because I like to do dope shit. So if you with me, you're gonna do dope shit with me. But on the other hand, you gotta exercise some good faith. And when I say you, I mean the woman. Gotta exercise some good faith in the sense that, hey, listen, I'm not out here just trying to see what I can get and oh, let me take a plate home for my son and all that bullshit. You
You're
know,
right.
so if we both gonna approach it from a tug of war, get the most I can while giving the least, that's a recipe to fail.
That doesn't even sound fun.
Yeah, that shit right
That's
there. That shit right there sounds like fairy tale land.
All
what?
right.
Like women are not out here working in good faith. They
Oh,
coming out
yes, they
here.
are.
They're coming out here telling you, "Hey, nigga, you better impress me. You better take me somewhere nice, and you ain't getting no pussy after this." All right.
Oh,
So
I haven't been spoken to like that.
so I will
And
go
I
ahead.
don't funk
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
go out for food.
they're not speaking to
My
you
time
in
is too
those
precious.
words. They're not speaking to you in those words,
No,
but
I
that's
know
what
what
they're
you're
saying
saying. Of course,
in
not
their
those
head.
words,
Yeah,
but
and that's
women don't get at me like that. Like
well,
they just don't.
well, I'm just saying they're looking at you and they're going, "Hey, okay, you want to go somewhere and eat nice? I'm coming with you." But guess what? These panties are staying on at the end of the night. You're going home, and I'm going home at the end of the night. Ain't no sex happening. Maybe after the second or the third time you spend some money on me, then maybe I'll allow you to get some of this pussy. But before that, guess what? Thank you for spending the money, and I might not even call you back.
See,
I might
I
not even
see why
call you
I'm
back.
I
single.
guess some people, I guess that some
I
people's
opt to
experience.
stay
That's not.
single.
So hold on. So hold on. So you take a broad out on the first date somewhere nice, and that night she's pound towning, huh?
You asking me if I got a 100% close rate? No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
I don't have a 100% close rate, but
Okay.
I'll put my let's just say I stand by my record. I'm very happy with my record, and I'm not in the habit of just going out somewhere nice off a first date. Like with my lady, with my girl, like we go do fly shit. We go eat good places. We go have fun, and
Right.
you know what I'm
Right.
saying. But
Yeah,
like for a first
that's not
date,
what we're talking about.
You know
but I'm
y'all
not
messed up the
against it.
game, right?
I'm not against taking somebody to the Cheesecake Factory on the first night. That's not. I don't look at that as extravagant.
It's
And
not.
I've had situations where dates like that ended favorably for me. So that's I don't know.
Yeah, see, I
Y'all met, you
operate.
know, KB, you messed up the game. Guys that think like you messed up the game because you know why? Because women got hip to knowing that, oh, so it's just about the draws, that I'm gonna make them pay for it. Like y'all made it transactional when really you should. The way I look at it, first of all, it is a pleasure to not only be with me, but to be seen with me. For me to
See,
come,
Miles
Pleasure for
Johnson.
you to meet me.
See, Miles Johnson. This is what you're breeding right there. That right
no,
I'm
there.
I'm
reading it.
Yeah, you breeding that shit,
no,
Alright.
nigga. You
no.
out here
Alright.
breaking bread on these broads, and now they're telling you it is a
Brown
pleasure
bread,
for you to
warm,
meet
fresh out
me.
your basket.
Yeah,
But why
yeah.
wouldn't you, if you're really dating for a reason, why wouldn't you want a woman who thinks highly of themselves? Why you want somebody who's out here screwing niggas for a bread basket? That's
Well, I don't
too
Right,
low
you
on the
like that too.
pole.
I don't
We,
actually care if a woman is screwing for a bread basket or whatever the hell she's screwing for. At the end of the day, I'm not going to make an investment in a woman who's not making an investment in me. Okay.
See, but
And
who
so,
what goes first, the chicken or the egg? Are you a leader? Like where are you
yeah,
taking this thing?
yeah, I am the leader. And so
Okay.
when
So
I
where are you
lead,
taking this thing?
so when
to the
I
heart.
lead, yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
That's what
I'm
you're taking
taking
it.
you, yeah,
He's-
I'm taking you to coffee. And then when
I
I
don't
see
drink coffee.
when I see how your behavior is towards me, then I go, okay, this is the type of woman who I want to fuck with. And the way I know is because you're giving me all the signs that I am the guy, I am the leader, and when it's time to go to dinner, guess what? We smacking. Okay? I have 100% close
Boo!
rate. All right?
Tomato,
Boy,
tomato, tomato.
And yeah, I know it's tomato, 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 but that's the
Yes.
problem.
No, it's not.
Women should be dating men who they want to have sex with after the first date.
that's
You should be vetting the man and doing all of the stuff that actually means something versus going for some experience that's going to have your emotions all wrapped up in it, making you think that this is the dude, and then once he does
That's
close
not
your
how
ass after 3
no.
or 4, then you mad because he ain't really putting that effort out again. See,
Mm-mm.
that's how the whole game got fucked up. You got these simp niggas love bombing you in the beginning, taking you places, showing you things, doing nice stuff, and then don't really even want you at the end of the day. Like you should be in the beginning, you should be talking to this man, not going places, not being blinded by where he's taking
Well,
you.
I'm not going anywhere if we haven't talked. If we don't have no chemistry and connection over FaceTime or whatever it is we're doing, if we haven't met in person yet,
You shouldn't be doing
then whatever.
anything
Yeah,
romantic.
I
You
wouldn't be
shouldn't be
going
doing anything.
anywhere.
You shouldn't be
Well,
doing
a meal
anything
is not going to make me
romantic.
want to drop my drawers. That's for sure.
Uh,
Food?
but it's not. It's
Well, I
not
do
the
like
meal.
food.
It's not the
see, it's not
meal. It's
about
like you said. It's the experience, and
Yeah.
the experience is romantic. Okay, it's not the food. It's the experience, and I'm not giving no romantic experiences to women who I know aren't interested in me. I'm gonna
see
give you a romantic
here's where I'm
experience
at.
if you're interested in me.
See, I
Bottom
feel
line.
like I truly believe that if a woman's gonna have sex with you, it's not about where you ate, it's not about where you went on a date. It's about you. Like
Right.
there's I've there's been places way further down the list than Cheesecake Factory
But
that
yeah.
have got it done, that have got the job done.
But if you
It's
act
just
cheap,
me and
that'll
my
turn me
conversation.
off. I don't want
Huh?
to invest in a cheap man. If
No,
it
no, no.
feels
It's not.
cheap,
But keep it in mind. It's not about it because I'm not approaching it with the energy of I'm trying to get through this with the least expenditure as possible. No matter what we're doing, I'm pulling you into me. I'm pulling you into whatever it is about me. So the background and the setting of where we at is almost secondary. We could be somewhere drinking tap water, or we could be drinking Louis the 13th. The fact is, I gotta get you into me, or none of this shit is. I could be a lame nigga sitting at Noble, and you still not gonna want to give me no pussy just because I took you somewhere nice. Is
Right. Right. But
what? Oh,
I think the point that I'm making is I why are you even giving a woman a nice experience, or why are you even giving a woman a nice dinner or whatever it is if she hasn't even earned it? You don't even know if she likes you or not. She ain't
ugh.
even giving you no signals. She's
Again,
just over here.
this is why
She's
we're
just
at
over
where
well,
we're at.
now you
So what do I need
making
to do? Mow your lawn? Will that
you making a
justify like
judgment. You
it's
making
no,
a
just
judgment.
no. What I'm doing is I'm vetting you. What I'm doing is I'm taking you places that don't have nothing to do with anything shiny or any type of experience, just you and me. And do you fuck with me? Are you gonna follow me? We don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to put on no glitz and glamour to impress you
You
with this
do
or
a little
that.
bit. You do a little bit though.
Nah,
Yeah, you
nah.
do. You should. You
Mm-mm.
should want to.
I don't. I shouldn't. I shouldn't want to. It should be the
Mm.
opposite.
No,
It
I
should be.
disagree.
Well, I mean, but I
The
think
opposite is the
this
way
is.
we show up. It is very
But I.
expensive to be a
But I.
woman.
But this is why I think so many men fail today. Is because they don't vet these women. They take women out, they give them all of this shit, and then when they want to lead, then the woman says, "Oh no, nigga, you started with impressing me, so that's how this shit's gonna go. You're going to have to impress me, and it should be the opposite. If I'm leading, you need to impress me because
So how
I'm
does a woman
protecting and
impress you?
providing for you. So you need to impress
Providing,
me."
you're not providing at the park, but what do you what expect a woman to impress you with when you say a woman should impress you? Tell us what that means to you.
She should impress me with her behavior. She should impress me with how she carries herself. She should impress me with how she treats me. She should impress me with, does she want to learn from me, or is she combative? Does she want to be on my team? Does she want to cheer for me? Or does she want me to cheer for her? Like at the end of the day, it shouldn't be, oh, well, nigga, you need to cheer for me. No, it should be, you should protect me and you should want to protect me. And I should be cheering for you because that's what you're doing for me. But we got it backwards nowadays. Niggas is over here cheering for broads, negotiating happiness. This shit is fucking
Yeah,
crazy and
for the
backwards.
record, I'm not advocating for none of that. I'm really not. I by the time I take you to the Cheesecake Factory or anywhere, I've gotten clear signals that you like me. Like that, all that shit's done
Okay.
before.
And I think that's what the point that I was making.
Yeah,
That's the
but
point that I was making.
but that's how you should move. And like I said, it's in good faith. And you're right. It might sound naive because a lot of people are not doing it, but um, unless we're really getting real transactional, like I feel like that's the only way I can operate is in good faith. By the time you're in my car, if I'm with homegirl and we on the way to the Cheesecake Factory, we're never gonna get there, pull up and have that misunderstanding because I've already spent too much time talking to you
Yeah, we're
and
already
trying
cool.
to
We
see
just
where
want to
your
be
head.
with you and eat. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Right. But what I'm saying is for me, you got to take it to the next level. The next level is yeah, me and you talk, and that's cool. We could have a cool vibe when we talk. But what's your vibe like when I meet you? Like, what's your vibe like when I see you? I'm not trying to spend time with you. I'm not trying to spend effort with you and be at a dinner table and eating and all of this shit and the chemistry is off because we don't match in person.
Oh,
Like,
well,
nah,
see,
nah,
you
nah.
online date. That's where I'm getting it mixed up. I don't be out with people I never met in person and stuff like that, or that I
Okay.
don't know. Maybe that's where the discrepancy is because I just couldn't imagine anybody either that I've met in person or have gotten to know enough to where now it's time to like do something and you talking about, something I got to impress you and all this. That would
Okay.
throw me off.
Well then we talking about the same thing then. If you have a history of knowing somebody, that's all I'm saying is have a history of knowing somebody before y'all going out to dinner and having all these experiences and shit. Like have a history with this person, meaning you've talked to them on the phone multiple times, meaning you've met them outside in the streets multiple times. Like have a history with them before you get to, oh, let me take you to Cheesecake Factory and Nobu and goddamn whatever the new steakhouse is of the goddamn month. At
SPK,
least, yeah, STK or what's the one down in motherfucking Beverly Hills?
Astros.
Nat
Yeah,
Mastros,
all
yeah,
that shit.
yeah, yeah. Have a history with the person first. That's all I'm saying.
Oh
And
no, I'm on the
that's
fence
why
with
for
it.
me, this broad, she would have never got that way with me because we would have talked it through. I would have met her in person and she would have known Cheesecake Factory is one of my favorite joints.